This is Dr. Fahim Mushtaq. Today we are going to discuss the Programming Fundamental Lecture 5, Software Development Activities. Uh, the software development activities involves the editing of the code and the program, also the compilation of the program, and linking libraries that we include in our programs. And after that, we load the program and execute the program. Finally, we execute the program. We will observe that the behavior of the program, like what the output the program produce. Here is the flowchart for the software development activities, which include first show that the source program, any code, any set of instructions that we compile through any integrated development environment. And after the compilation, we link our linked libraries are also called through this code. And once we have these libraries have called in the code, then we have to load this code. And after that, we execute this code. After the execution, we find that any error, or maybe we find the output is not according to our expectation. Then we have to think on it according to the output we produce after the execution of code. Then what we can do is that we have to edit the code, and we may change. We maybe initially some part of the program we have execute at first stage. After that, you have to add some more instruction into the code in order to get the desired output. Here is the sample program. um, uh, this is very important lecture for the beginner, because here we can see that structure of any programs. um, at initial stage, we will see that here is the two forward slash, which mean that this part is your comments part. The comments part are attended for the person reading the code to better understanding the functionality of the program. That's only purpose to give hint to the new user, or you, if you forget that you have to write program for what purpose, the series of instruction produce what kind of output, you have to comment your by using the two forward slash in the C++ compiler. Because with using these two forward slashes, the compiler completely ignore the part that included through the forward slash. Next is the we can see that hash include iostream file. So hash include, what is this? The hash include is a preprocessor directive used to include files in our program. Okay, so which kind of file include in the program? Here we have mentioned that we have including the input output stream file, IO stream file. Okay, this allow us to use here is this out in our program to print the output, desired output in this screen. For now, just remember that we need to use hash include iostream to use cout that allow us to print output on the screen. Next, we will see that is the main function. Void main is the next is the function. Which mean that a valid any valid C++ program must have a main function. And also the curly braces indicate that start and end of the function. The execution of the code being from this function. Here, whatever you want to print on the output screen, we have to mention set of instructions here. Is the standard cout. This is the sign to print output in the string mentioned here. So hello world, std print the content inside these quotation marks, and it must be followed by this arrow sign by the format string. In our example, hello world is the format string. Note that uh, 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 okay. Here you also note that this semicolon is used to indicate at the end of this statement. Okay. After that, the instruction is return 0. The return 0 statement is the exit status of the program. In simple term, the program ends with this statement. Okay, here is the code execution. Maybe we have to save our C plus file with the title, with the name, my text. Okay, .cpp is the extension for the any C++ program code. So here is your my test file, which is compiled test dot to test dot object. After that, this test dot object plus libraries link to execute any application. Okay, very important here we need to discuss. We discussed that previously. We have a sample, a set of instruction code, and that need to execute in order to print out, or in order to show the output of these instructions. For that purpose, we have used the integrated development environments, or IDEs. Uh, integrated development environment, where we have to write our code and find out that the possible output based on these input instructions. So, some of the integrated environment use and discuss here, including that MS Visual C++, Borland, NetBeans, Dev C++, etc. There's a lot of others also integrated environments that we use for the purpose that we have editor, compiler, linker, loader, debugger, viewer. All are these package are included in this integrated environment. Thank you so much. This is for the today lecture. I hope that this is very basic and basic information for the beginner, that we have learned that and the sample code and the integrated environments IDE, integrated development environments, and also previous we have seen what are the activities involved for the software development. Thank you for the today lecture. Keep watching our lecture. Thank you.